Hey guys, this is the director of Way Down here, and yeah, so right now I am finishing up packing, and I'm very excited to go to South Carolina to meet everybody. Um, I'm gonna be dropping off my car at a friend's place, and gonna hopefully be there tomorrow and meet as many filmmakers as I can. Because this is the part that I'm always nervous about, and that's the networking part. Yeah, I can sound charming and I can do all that stuff occasionally, not all the time, but it's kind of tough when you have to do it. Like the toughest part with Way Down was me asking people to move out of the way that were just regular people, not extras. Or sometimes the other hardest parts were going to the owners of like the coffee shop and asking like, "Hey, can I please film here?" It's I'm an improviser, sure, but that doesn't mean like I have to interact person to person when I'm on stage. I'm just on stage looking at my best friends and then performing up there. But when it comes to people, sometimes it can be a little difficult, just because I get nervous. So it's everybody's kind of like a combination of an introvert extrovert, and this is where my introvertness pops out, unfortunately. So the whole plan will be just to try to get the guts to talk to everybody because this is the hard part of the job. Like, making a movie is easy. It's not really easy, but it's easy in the sense of like you just do it. You write the script and you draft it 8 times, 10 times, 20 times, and then you work with the actors. You get the actors. You work with them. You rehearse or you don't, however your method is. You get the cameras and you plan out the shots. You get the footage, you edit the footage, and you play around with the footage. You stay up long nights talking with people, and you work with your composer, and you have them try to come up with something. All that stuff is relatively easy because it's stuff you can do with your hands. You know, as you do with your hands, you make it. But the talking part, that's the part where you have to will yourself to like open up to strangers and say, "Hey, I want to meet someone else that does this stuff too, and I want to make sure that maybe we could do stuff together sometime." Or the other hard part, which is like, "Hey, I'm making another movie, and would you like to help me make it? Or would you like to donate? Or do you know people who'd be interested? Or any of that stuff." It's always really really nerve wracking. Like there's one time where there's these two regular people that were just in a shot for the coffee when we were just gonna film. One of the actresses go up to the counter and order something, and these people were standing in the way, and I was so nervous, and I was asking my camera guy Micah Williams to like, "Hey, can you please just like ask them for me, please? I'm so nervous." And then he's like, "Oh, okay, cool," but he got distracted, and time was running out, so I had to end up going up there. And they literally said when I came back, "You're so cute because you looked like you were so nervous and shy." And I said, "Because I was." So hopefully I won't do that, and hopefully I'll feel like I'm in my improv mode and just think of it as another improv scene to perform, but instead it's with a person I don't know and trying to connect with people on a subject matter that is dear to me. So we'll see. I don't know, but I'll be arriving tomorrow. I'll be scoping out the town, and I'll be hopefully just like being confident enough to talk to people, which is a part of filmmaking that not a lot of people tell you about. A writer can just keep his head down and write. You know, that's the vulnerable part where you just lock in your brain. You know, that part, although it's scary sometimes when you work with weird subject matter. You know, you don't have to talk to anybody. And then working with actors, well, you get used to them after time, and then you guys become a family or a team. But like that, the whole talking and convincing people, I don't know. That's how it was always difficult for me when working with Way Down, locking down every single location, asking for favors. That part was always difficult, and oh geez, having that Kickstarter, that was very nerve-wracking for me because I had to go out of my comfort zone to reach out to people, and even more so with Silhouette, which I'm working on right now. That was even more nerve-wracking because I decided to put myself out there and have a specific reward where if you donated over a certain amount, I just go up to strangers and say thank you. I want to thank my best friend so and so who donated money, and then every single time these people would look at me like I'm crazy. Some of them almost angry, and they would just like, why are you doing this? And oh my god, I inside I freak the fuck out, but on the outside apparently I look like a calm, cool, collected guy and be like, oh yeah, but inside I'm just ugh. Anyway, long story short, going to South Carolina, Southern Cities Film Festival. I gotta learn to be talky and talk to people, and hopefully everything turns out okay. Otherwise, that trip was for nothing. Anyway, but we'll see what happens. So maybe I'll have another one of these videos up more often during the festival. Who knows? I don't know. This is just something that's not really going to be regular, consistent. I'm just going to post up whenever I want. I already said this last video. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Bye!